Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fishing North Atlantic. So we ended off the last episode with 584 bucks. That's absolutely terrible, but it's not as bad as what it could be. So I believe, let's see. Yes, we got 10 pots out. I think, yeah, we got one on board. So it's gonna be a little tight living. But I think, like I said, we ain't taking any loans, which is gonna be absolutely hard. But what we're going to do is we're just going to go try to find number one here. There we go. Try to figure out where these lobsters are because it's a little bit challenging trying to find them. Let's see. So it's at 4 hours. So we'll just have a wait here. 4 hours. Let's do 14 hours. They should be suffice. Nope, another hour. There we go. Now we should be fine. Yes, it is. Alright, so change the view on this thing so we get some. Wow, look at the stark sky. Moon's coming up. Absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, so basically everything now is just pure profit. Other than fuel, of course, but pretty much everything else is pure profit. We paid off, or we upgraded the boat as much as I feel like it needs. And everything else. So I feel, like I said, everything's after this is pure profit. So I'm not going to complain. It's not going to be great money-wise, but it'll be all right. So we were getting about, I think it was about $5,000 per deal. Okay, this light here is absolutely crap. There, put that back. Thank you. I may have not even put the lights on. Maybe that's just something wrong. There we go. There we go. And a small one to finish it off. I can work with that. Alright. Can we bait it? Oh. Oh, come on. Bait it right quick. Why? Too close probably. So let's just back her up a little. Just a wee bit. 335 pounds, that's not bad at all. There it is. Get this thing going forward. So yeah, so 335 pounds, that's not bad at all. Especially for the first pot. We're still trying to find them. We're in the general vicinity, but we're not exactly where we need to be yet, if that makes any sense. I know it's dark, I do apologize. Mark lights are on. Apparently it's just so much fun working on this boat, you know, there's just not enough lights. Of course, when we're setting them in January especially, they just suck. Looks like there's only one in that pot. Might be more. That's close, but I've kept smaller. That's too small. That's a big one. Alright, put this one back. We might as well set this one back as well. Need to go forward just a hair. Then we got to figure out where number 5 is, or 3 is. And what I'll do, since we're kind of just all over the place, we'll get about 5. Oh, it's way down there. Crap. Right there. What's number 6 at? 17? What? Oh, there's a boat in front of us. Move! In my way. My lobster grounds, not yours. Go fly a kite. Thank you. I'm already here, so we might as well just drive the rest of the way. I think it's right there. I don't think we've upgraded the buoys yet. I think that's 4,000. But I don't think we've done that yet. But we've got 519 pounds. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start picking all these up, and then we're going to set them back in a string. So it's a little bit easier for us to keep track and we don't have to drive all over the place. This is kind of like what we're trying to do. I mean, I know what I was trying to do, but it just gets a little bit crazy at the end of the day. So we'll see if the crab or lobster. Why do I keep calling them crab? I don't understand. Well, we'll keep trying to get the lobster, and wherever they are. This one seems like a decent-ish pot. That's a decent one. That's also a decent one. Okay. Now, oh my goodness, that's a dandy of a one. So what we're going to do is, like I said, I don't want to do this, but what we're going to do is we're going to post, I'm going to post a swordfish right there. Just saying, hey, this is where the lobster were. 390, that's the biggest pot that I remember. But what we're going to do is we're just going to pick them up, and like I said, the reason we're going to do that is we're going to make a straight line so it's not as difficult. This boat is just waving all over the place. Oh, I did upgrade it. It's just that hard to see. Got it. So we'll see what happens here. Looks like another good one too. Decent one. That's a big one. Wow. Only two. That's quite terrible. 261 pounds. Not terrible. It's not great. So we'll see what this. Oh, hello. See what this one has to offer. We need an hour. So we'll skip an hour. There we go. Should be good. Nope, still not good. Why? Okay, apparently I skipped an hour and it didn't do anything. Nice. An hour. There we go. Now we're good. Absolutely dark is what this is. What we'll do is we'll turn on the front light. I've never really ran the front light before, so see what happens. Get right up next to it. Haul the pot. Beautiful. We'll see what we can do. This one looks pretty full, doesn't it? There we go. I was like, can we not set it down now, or what? Alright. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's a big one. That's decent. That's also decent. Ooh, that one's... I'm going to throw that one back. Holy mackerel. Okay. This has to be the biggest pot we got. Alright, so I set this one back, especially right here. I'm going to mark the tuna. I'm actually going to get rid of that one. We're going to come up here, like I said, just because it's going to be a little bit easier. 787. That's the kind of lobster I'm looking for. 787. That's fantastic. So we'll get up here, we'll pick up the rest of these, and then what we'll do is before we go back in, we'll set a string right here. And as you can see, we got quite a bit of lobster underneath us, which is exactly what we want. When you're on this hard mode and habitat extinction is a thing and everything else, you gotta look for them. You know, when you're gonna not catch a lot of fish or lobster, crab, whatever, you know, it's gonna be hard, but eventually it'll work out. So you just gotta, you know, remember that a little bit. Like I said, you know, I learned this the hard way. You can't progress too fast, especially when you're not taking any loans and stuff like that. When you're taking loans in this game, it's super easy. Stuff like that. This is another great pot. What we're going to do is we're just going to set this back later. 703. So you may be asking yourself, why the hell are you picking them up, you know, and stuff like that? What I'm doing is if you can see on the right, 1 and 2 are off the course. It's way out of the way. We did some scouting. We found where the lobster should be, and I like it when it's a straight line like that. It makes it a lot easier to find, makes it a lot easier to basically do everything. So when that's the case, that's exactly what we like to do, what we like to see. This one doesn't seem like it's too terribly great. Maybe I'm wrong. It just seems like there's not there's not as much lobster. That's kind of like what I figured here. But you'll get small lobster too. Or not, you know, missing just by a little bit. All about finding them and staying on them. As you can see, it's kind of slacking a little bit. There's that little dead spot right there. There it is. Pick up before it goes by. Beautiful. But then again, you know, I can set it on autopilot, pretty much make it a straight line. Like I said, it's just easier, especially when you're bouncing around in this little boat too. This one's not bad. Doesn't look like it. Ooh, that was weird. Oh yeah, big one. So we're that one. Well, we're kind of back onto the lobster, which is exactly what we want. So, I mean, you can have a bad pot, right? I mean, you're going to get a bad pot. You're not going to have exactly the same all the time. 560 in that fast one. That's not bad. I think we have actually caught more lobster now than we ever have before so far. So that's good. Barely got that one up in time. But I'll show you exactly what I like to do. When we pick up all these pots, what I like to do, again, is straight line. And what I do is if there's another string that's, you know, like 1 and 2 that's over there, that was it. That wasn't a great one, but it's okay. 83 pounds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, we can use the mackerels like a, well, you know, this is where you have to stop setting pots. And then we'll see what this one has. But as you can see, 1 and 2 is down here. I'll bring up the map here shortly, so it's going to be a lot easier to visualize what I'm saying. But what I'll do is I'll turn around and then start setting when I'm going backwards. Since we got 2 pots that are going forwards, we'll turn around and go exactly the same way backwards. So then I don't have to go all the way to the front, you know, and waste time. Okay, that was trash. Got it. And what we'll do is we'll set that back up. We'll bait this. Thank you. 192. Okay, so this is kind of where I want to be. But as you can see, oops, got rid of that lobster. Didn't want to. It was right there-ish. So it's going this way. All right, so it's going what? Northeast, whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this thing turned around. And I'll go like this. So once I set my pot, or pick these up, all I have to do is turn around and come right back down. So let's do this. We're going to set it right about so. Set it about 8 miles an hour. Should be picking up, ready to go eventually. I'm going to set that pot. As you can see, it is number 3. And that's another thing. You know, I like to keep them numbered in line and stuff like that. Sometimes it works, most of the time it don't. But then we'll be like this. Now working by yourself, right, you have to set the pots, and you can't see the graph or anything, so you're just kind of letting the boat do its thing. You're kind of just setting pots wherever you think the species of fish are. So like I said, you can't really see anything. We got a lot of bait yet. We got 70 things. So it's just a little bit of things that is hard when you're starting out. But I don't really know what we're gonna do before we get, you know, the next boat. I don't know what the next boat's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interestingly hard to, figure it out. So we'll see what happens. Because the next boat, especially here at Ingalls Head, is $1 million. That's going to take forever. So I think we'll probably just do a lot more lobstering. May buy the Mickey, go do some harpooning. As soon as we can get harpooning, we'll be fine. But we just got to make it to August. I can't remember when lobster season ends, and it is January right now. So we have to figure that out. Oh, here, we can even look like this. So we got 7 in there already. Lobster's looking all right down here. And a little bit slower doing that, but that's all right. We got 3 more to go. And of course, you don't have to run in all the time to sell your lobster and stuff like that. I think you got like 7 days before they start dying. I just do, is it breaks up, it breaks up the time, stuff like that. You get a fresh catch bonus and stuff like that, but you do burn through a lot of fuel doing it. This is just what I do. Of course, you can do whatever you want. But at least we're finally on the crab, or lobster. My goodness, we're finally on the things that live at the bottom of the sea. We're finally on them. That's all that matters. Of course, in the next episode, we're going to be, starting off with a good footing, stuff like that. So that is always a plus. What we'll do here is eventually set this pot, go back in. There we go. So all that, we got 3,700 pounds out of 17,000. So we're not even close to anything holy. But as you can see, so it's a straight line now. We don't have to worry about that. We just haul right into Ingalls Head. Let's see, $10,000. So right there, we just doubled our money. Sell the catch. What else is there? We could buy more. We could buy 11. Oh, where's bait? Bait. Oh, buy bait. Duh. Hello. So $100. Might as well buy that. Just so we have it. Let's do. Yeah, let's do 10. Just so we have them. So now we're back down to $900. So we gained $400. Let's see here. If I go to the bar, go to the tips, lobster 3 days ago. Never mind, I can't buy that. Normally they're free. We could do missions, but I'm seriously not that worried about it because it don't tell you where you gotta go, and I am not doing this boat. It takes too long. What else? But yeah, if you want to look at boats, go to shipyard available. The cheapest one is 1.15 million. That's not guilty. You can do 20 pots at a time. It's not bad, but it is pretty bad. So owned. Let's see what we got. We have 7,400 out of 220, so we have a lot more. We have 213,000 pounds that we could still catch and everything else. So again, it's not bad. But anyway, in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking back at this. Hopefully we can still catch the lobster and whatnot. We may have to go a little bit higher, or they may be sitting right in here, because I don't exactly know where that started from, because I accidentally hit the wrong button. But it's, they're probably up here somewhere. But that's all right. But anyway, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, subscribing. Hopefully y'all enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. And you all, take care.